Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Cicely Tyson, may she rest in power, was a flat-out force in the realm of stage, screen, and TV. Her depictions of solid African-American ladies during the 1970s broke generalizations and slung her to popularity, turning her into a reference point for social liberties. In the process, she was genuinely striking. Likewise, Cicely Tyson was never one to beat around the bush, particularly when it came to getting down on the business. She clarified that dark entertainers frequently face unjustifiable treatment in any event, being renounced, and you understand that this isn't some antiquated history stuff that's actually happening today. Repudiating in Hollywood resembles the boogeyman of the business, tormenting vocations and grabbing away open doors, and who feels the brunt of it? Cicely Tyson wasn't safe. It is possible that she stood her ground, wouldn't play by their principles, and confronted the results firsthand, and very much like her, such countless other dark entertainers today have wound up on some unacceptable finish of Hollywood's brush off just in light of the fact that they thought for even a second to shout out or stand tall. It's a wrecked circumstance, but prepare for some stunning disclosures about the behind-the-scenes show, strategic maneuvers, and perhaps a couple of treacheries that have been blending in the breathtaking universe of Hollywood now before her passing. Cicely Tyson had a lifelong journey that traversed an unimaginable 70 years. However, let me let you know it wasn't all going great. She needed to battle like the devil constantly. Miss Tyson was a pioneer, breaking obstructions for serious dark entertainers. She flat out wouldn't take jobs that she felt belittled individuals of color, and she didn't keep down in empowering her dark partners to do a similar, regardless of whether it implied she did without work on occasion. She wasn't one to stay quiet, either. Cicely Tyson wouldn't hesitate to get down on films. Furthermore, on television programs that depicted dark characters in cliche negative ways, she trusted that regardless of whether a person was poor or confronting difficulties, they should be displayed with poise, and you understand why Hollywood wasn't generally too excited about her position. She was dismissed over and over for declining jobs that she felt were destructive to the African American population. Due to this, there weren't numerous significant jobs for skilled, less popular dark entertainers like Miss Tyson. It's like Hollywood simply didn't have any desire to give her an opportunity. However, at that point came 1972, the year she at long last stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime in a film called Sounder. She found precisely the thing she had been looking for in a main job that showed dark poise, playing Rebecca, the spouse of a Louisiana tenant farmer who gets secured for attempting to take care of his family. Cicely Tyson adapted to the situation. She depicted the person with such beauty, strength, and validity. You could see her working away, cleaning houses, tilling the ground all under the burning sun, wearing broken-down garments, and shaking meshed cornrows. She encapsulated the excellence and versatility of a person of color confronting misfortune. The story in Sounder is a piece of our set of experiences, a declaration of the strength of humanity. Miss Tyson told the New York Times that subsequent to getting rave surveys and an Oscar selection for Best Entertainer, our entire dark legacy is that of battle pride and poise. The person of color has never been displayed on the screen this way previously, yet she was resolved about sensational jobs. We dark entertainers have played so many medication junkies and housemaids who are generally pessimistic. She told March magazine in 1972 that I wouldn't play that sort of characterless job any longer, regardless of whether I needed to return to starving. Back in 1974, Cicely Tyson blew everybody away with her Emmy-winning execution in the CBS Extra. The personal history of Miss Jane Pittman plays a previous slave who endures over 100 years to observe social equality development. She rejuvenated the Miss Pittman story in a strong manner. Naturally introduced to servitude living through such an extremely long time, lastly at 110, making a striking assertion by tasting from a wit's just water fountain presently preparing for that job was certainly not a stroll in the park. Cicely Tyson got her work done visiting nursing homes to notice the indications of advanced age, the delicacy of the shaking hands, the far-off look without flinching, the memorable battle names and contemplations. She was Alan. And it was displayed in her exhibition after that earth-shattering job she held on radiating on the little screen, back from playing Family's mom in the miniseries Roots to depicting Ketta Scott Ruler and Harriet Tubman. She rejuvenated these verifiable figures with elegance and credibility, and we should not fail to remember her job as a committed Chicago educator in the Marva Collins story, or, on the other hand, her Emmy win for Most Seasoned Living. The Confederate Widow tells us all that in 1994, the lady was relentless. Cicely Tyson didn't simply act, she turned into a symbol within recent memory. She remained consistent with her convictions in any event, whether it implied confronting kickbacks or getting dropped by the business, and you understand that she's in good company. Many dark entertainers have confronted comparative challenges, getting debased only for going to bat for their freedoms. Some, like Cicely, quickly returned, but others weren't as lucky. First up is Monique. Yes, the Oscar-winning entertainer is evidently one of the people who didn't toe Hollywood's desired line. Monique went through north of 10 years getting down on Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, guaranteeing they worked together to repudiate her for not doing special press for the 2009 film Valuable. The genuine meet started off when Oprah and Tyler concluded Monique ought to raise a ruckus around town circuit for the film with next to no check. Monique wasn't having it and straight up said not in that frame of mind. As per Monique, she just got a measly $50K for the entire film, which was scarce. Sufficient. Now they believed that her should fly all over the planet advancing the film free of charge, not on Monique's watch, but rather Oprah and Tyler didn't take her refusal well by any stretch of the imagination. Rather, they began destroying her standing in the business, turning a story about her being challenging to work with. Monique spilled the tea, saying Tyler Perry told her, you might need to consider advancing this film since, supposing that you get designated for an Oscar, you're next. ILM is $3 to $5 million, and assuming you win it, your next film is $6 to $8 million. Monique resembled, hold up. I'm an individual of color. Where are they paying those compensations, sibling? She directly told Tyler, I couldn't work with the expectation of a complimentary. I've done what I should do. I can't go abroad and do this with the expectation of being complimentary. They to and fro went on, with Ty saying he doesn't trust offering cash free of charge and Monique terminating back. I don't put stock in working for nothing, so we're in total agreement. It's an exemplary case of conflict and values, and Monique wasn't withdrawing. Well, I don't put stock in offering cash with the expectation of complimentary. I said I don't trust working free of charge, so we were in total agreement, and she likewise guaranteed. Tyler Perry purportedly went above and beyond to play with her acting gigs, but as per Monique, everything went down after she turned down a solicitation to travel to France for the Cannes Film celebration attached to advancing the film. It is valuable, so check it out. The film studio at first requested that she fly off to France. However, Monique, with her bustling timetable as a moderator, jokester and family lady, deferentially declined. They attempted to improve upon the arrangement by proposing to redesign her lodging, yet she and her significant other stayed consistent, saying, nah, we will invest this energy with our family. When the third call came, they asked what it would take to get Monique to France. Her better half straight up asked, is there a number related to it? That is the point at which they dropped the bomb that they could never pay for anybody to do advancements for a film. Monique uncovered that she was paid a simple $50,000 for valuables, and there wasn't any need to focus on the cash. She joined in to do it with her companion, the questioner Dove, in proposing that she really wanted the cash to take care of her family and cover bills, and Monique answered, I feel that is what America says, we as a whole say I can't do it with the expectation of a complimentary. She made sense of the fact that when the film studio would not pay for her character's appearance, they didn't raise a big ruckus. However, at that point, the report began flying. Monique as requesting and troublesome. The entire situation was reduced to a straightforward solicitation that they comprehended couldn't be met, yet unexpectedly Monique ended up named, and that is where the show kicked in. Comprehended in light of the fact that what individuals didn't know was that I was paid $50,000 to do the film Valuable, and it truly wasn't about the cash, and I'm not whining in light of the fact that I joined to do it with my companion, so when the film studio says we can start a trend and pay you to do this, we didn't definitely dislike them, but that is the point at which the reports came that now Monique is being requested and she's being troublesome. Monique's even called out Oppo and Tyler Perry, requesting an expression of remorse that, to the extent that we know, is still MIA. Next up is Stacey Runn. You could recollect her from the 90s, exemplary dumbfounded when she shook the job of Dion. She was fundamentally a commonly recognized name in those days. However, clutch your caps since her excursion in Hollywood took a few wild turns after her initial distinction. Stacey chose to make a splash big time as opposed to adhering to standard Hollywood content. She brought a diversion into the universe of political editorials. The young lady from dumbfounded transformed into a political reporter, and let me let you know, it wasn't simply a vocation shift, it resembled dropping a bomb in Hollywood. Stacey went all in with her moderate perspectives, particularly when it came to raking Barack Obama over the coals and taking positions on controversial social issues. Now Hollywood will, in general, incline left, but Stacey was over here swimming against the stream with her straightforward, moderate convictions. You can envision the sort of tempest that worked up her appearances on news organizations, and web-based entertainment blusters transformed into significant ideas. I'm discussing warmed, serious kickbacks, everything in. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.